top marketing priority next year?
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Like podcasts are taking off left, right, and center. Everyone's kind of been doing them. Everyone listens to them. So it kind of makes sense to start thinking about how you can leverage podcasts in your marketing strategy. Um, Again, it's all about content,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, and accessing people in ways that they want to hear or consume that content. So whether that's through your blog, whether it's through video, and we had that great guest last week, Wendy Salzman, talking about video. Apply that to your podcast. Like, it's the same idea, it's the same thing. It's a matter of getting your brand out there, getting your tone out there, your voice, and really pulling people in every possible channel. And when we talk about marketing strategies and you think about it logistically, Kevin and I both talk about surround sound. If you've got your destination, which could be your store or your website or your e-commerce site, whatever you've got, every piece of activity that you have around or outside of that is all about driving people to your single destination. So you have to have that broad coverage from your social media, your podcasting, your vlogging, whether you've got influencers on YouTube, like leveraging those, everything driving back to that one singular destination. It's all about content and it's all about consistency.
It is, and then content and consistency, the two C's. It's a great way to kind of break it down in a simple way to look at it. It's really being consistent and consistent in creating content.
Yeah.
Is kind of the gold standard for taking your business to the next level.
Yeah, and setting up a podcast can seem very daunting if you think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I'm going to be broadcasting, I'm going to be recording. But it doesn't have to be that difficult. I'm just sitting here looking at our rather impressively sized microphone in front of us that we use for our restreaming. Now, something like like what we have here, it's a pretty good USB-based microphone. It's got great amount of pickup, so both mm-hmm. Kevin and I can talk through it fairly easily. How much did something like that set you back?
I think it's actually cheaper than you would think. It was... I'll give a free plug, I guess, for Amazon on their Genius Prime Day. I think it was the first Prime Day, so it's a couple years old. But I mean, it's a Blue Yeti, and it's kind of, I guess, the de facto just above, just under professional, just above kind of using your website or like your standard microphone. And it was right around $90-$100. I think they're still around $100.
Yeah, so for about $100 or less, you can use your microphone to start talking and start recording your podcast. Basically, just setting up the show correctly, making sure that you have a good intro, a good outro, and then the content to fill it up. It's worth doing. It's worth investigating.
Absolutely. As our man Dan behind the glass just said, it's 105 right now. So
there you go.
So inflation hasn't picked up too much in the last couple of years, and I kind of bought it too. I was dying to start a podcast actually when I bought it.
Yeah, there you go. And Kevin and I like to speak, as you know. So I would accelerate it, or I would push it a little step further. And we when we started the radio show, we didn't think necessarily about live streaming. And within about a week, we was like, we got to do live stream, got to do this. And in planning the shows as we do take account on our live stream viewers and listeners. And so we bought a decent camera, a decent little. Fundamentally, an iCam type idea.
Yeah, it's a Logitech. I think it's kind of then again, it's just a couple steps above using your base webcam. It's a
little bit more of an advanced webcam, mm-hmm. But something as simple as that, like for less, I would say probably about $200, you can set up a nice camera, a decent microphone, and start not only doing your podcast but also doing. I hate acronyms, but vodcast. You can start videoing yourself doing these discussions. So if you've got let's say you're an agency and you're trying to put some thought leadership